What is up guys, welcome back to a new video. Before we get started, could you please do me a massive favour and like and subscribe to the channel. If you aren't sure whether you want to subscribe yet because you're not sure what the channel is about, I've very recently just done a channel trailer which has just gone on YouTube. So you click on my channel and it'll be like the first video that comes up. It tells you everything that I do and what you can expect from the channel. You're going to want to subscribe after watching that, so click off this, go watch that, and then come back. When I was trying to think of what video I was going to do today, I was racking my brains and I thought, why not make a video based on the number one question I get asked? Well, number two question, first one being how do I lose weight, obviously. Second one being what supplements do I need? Now there is a massive, misinformation about this, so I thought I would do a video clearing it up because, there's things everywhere saying what you do and what you don't need. So that's what the video is going to be about. And then on the second half of this video, I'm going to do also a little bit of a review of MyProtein product in case any of you guys are starting out, if you want to know whether it's worth buying it or not. To start, I would like to say that you don't actually need any of this stuff. All this stuff is supplements, and supplement by name are supplementation to food, which means you can get everything that you need from your diet. You don't actually need any of this. This just goes hand in hand well to like top it off, which is why I take it, and a lot of other people do, is like the added 5 or 10%, which just enhances the experience a little bit more to push you towards the body goals that you do so desire, but by no means do you need this at all. It's completely optional. Okay, so we're going to start with protein because obviously this is the biggest. Everyone knows about protein. I tend to drink the milk chocolate, the cookies and cream, and the vanilla, but I'll come back to that later when I'm reviewing them. So what is protein for a start? Protein is found in milk. It's one of two, well, whey protein specifically. This is whey protein. Whey protein is something you'll see on most of the tubs when you're, in different shops or online, and it's one of two. You get whey protein and you get casein protein. They're both found in milk, and all that means is that milk is broken down and it's extracted and turned into a powder, and then that's put in tubs. That's what people buy and that's what we drink. There's a massive misinformation that people think that protein is somehow connected to steroids, to bodybuilders, to getting big, and that's simply not true. Protein is just a daily part of our diet. We have the three macronutrients being protein, carbohydrates and fats, and you need all to have a healthy lifestyle. That brings me on to my point 2 of this. Protein is going to make you big. It's going to make you massive, or it's going to put on weight. This is, again, not true. This is not how protein works. So what protein does is it helps build or fix the muscles that you have injured during the day, or from working out you essentially tear your muscles. It doesn't build new muscle fibers, it just fixes the ones that are already there and makes them stronger, which is how you essentially build muscle. The average person doesn't get enough protein in their diet. The average person needs about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So for someone like me, that's about 70 grams of protein a day, which is quite a lot. So that would take 3 meals of a good amount of protein, and chances are if you do intermittent fasting, or even if you just eating when you want, chances are you're probably not going to get that much protein anyway. So by having an extra protein shake a day, which usually has around 20 to 25 grams of protein, all you're doing is topping it up to that level where maintenance of a healthy body is key. So you're not actually going to end up putting on any weight or have too much protein or get massive, because you're just topping up something that should be in your diet already, but we don't get enough of to the correct level. For someone that's building muscle like me, then we would need to eat more or drink more protein, so above 70 grams a day for me, to then assist the muscle building that I'm doing in the gym. Now the only way that you can actually put on weight is if you're in a calorie surplus. So let's take, for example, I have about 2,000 calories a day. That's my basal metabolic rate, BMR. That means that without doing any kind of activity, anything at all, my body burns 2,000 calories a day every day, okay? So that means that if I was to eat 1,800 calories a day and then had a protein shake on top of that, I'm not going to put on weight because 2,000 is where I'm at maintenance, okay? Now, if I was having 2,000 calories a day every day, eating it, and then I had a protein shake on top of that, then I would gain weight, but that's not from the protein shake. The protein shake actually has very minimal calories, depending on what brand and what type of protein you go for, but these proteins, they have about 116 calories in. So if I do under my 2,000 calories by 116, then have my protein shake with water, I'm only going to be adding another 116. So the only way you can put on weight from drinking protein shakes is by eating what you normally do to maintenance and then adding one on top. So you would just have to, you know, take your calories down a little bit, or like sacrifice something that you would eat in a day for it, and then you'll stay at maintenance. Protein itself isn't going to make you fat. Now, another important thing to mention when you're buying protein is that you want to make sure that it has around 20 to 25 grams of protein. Most scoops are about 25 to 30 grams. MyProtein has 30 gram scoop and they have 25 grams of protein in their whey protein. So that means 25 grams of that 30 is protein, and the other 5 grams are, you know, flavorings and chemicals, stuff that we don't necessarily need and isn't great, but you know, it's a minimal level in comparison. If you're out there buying proteins that have, you know, it's a 30 gram scoop and you're getting 15 grams of protein, that's not good, because only half of it is protein and the other is who knows what going into your body. So make sure you find a good one that's gonna give you a good amount of protein for the scoop size. That being said, also you want to make sure you have something that's gonna taste nice with water, especially if you're wanting to lose weight, because losing weight, obviously you want to reduce your calories as much as you can, and drinking water, obviously water doesn't have any calories, so if you have 116 calorie scoop, then you're only having 116 calories, whereas if you have it with milk, milk is going to add those calories, so it's going to be detrimental to the fact that you're trying to lose weight. So you want to have something that's going to taste good with water. That being said, if you're not trying to lose weight, you can have it with milk or anything else. I prefer them with milk. However, when I'm trying to be in a deficit, I do drink it with water. I'm going to list a couple of reasons that it's really good to keep your protein intake high when you are in a calorie deficit trying to lose a little bit of fat. 1, reduces the muscle loss. So because you can't spot reduce and you can't choose where you lose the fat, and you can't even choose whether you lose fat or muscle, because your body decides it for you, so you're going to lose fat and muscle. That's just a given when you're on a diet, because you can't maintain it. So by keeping a high protein diet, what you're going to be doing is at least keeping them at maintenance as long as possible whilst dropping the fat off, so that they're not being depleted as well. Of course, you will lose a little bit of muscle mass, but it's going to be, you know, minimal in comparison to whether you had a low protein diet as well. Secondly, protein is satiating. So if you're in a calorie deficit, you might find that you're wanting to snack because you're a little bit more hungry. However, protein is very satiating, so it makes you feel full for longer. So that avoids or reduces the want to snack and go to the cupboard, which increases your calories and keeps you in a deficit rather than going into a surplus. And the third reason will be that actually building muscle by having lots of protein will burn calories in itself, because your body is doing work, so it will just add those extra few calories to burn off. Okay, we're going to move on to casein. Casein is also another type of protein. As I said, whey protein is one of the 2 forms of protein that you get from milk, and casein is the other one. They're very, very similar. The only other difference is this is slow release. So when you drink this, it will release a lot slower into your bloodstream and into your body. So I take casein at night. That way, throughout the night, I've got like this steady kind of drip of protein into my body the whole night through. And whey protein is a bit more faster acting. It'll just straight away activate and get to where it needs to, which is why it's great before or after a workout. Then we've got BCAAs. What these are amino acids, okay? And protein is made from amino acids. You have 20 amino acids. 11 of them are what we call non-essential amino acids, which means that our body provides them, they make them, so we don't need to, you know, get it from our diet or anything. But the other 9 are called essential amino acids, which means we can't produce it from our body, so we do need it from our diet. And 3 of those are called branch chain amino acids, which are leucine, isoleucine, and valine or valine, however you choose to say it. And what these are just extra essential to helping the muscle building in recovery. Often people like me will take these before or after a workout to really help aid the recovery and repair the muscle. So you can obviously get this from your diet. So if you're a first timer and you're wondering what supplements to get, you do not necessarily need this, because also you get it from your diet, but you can also get it from protein. Protein is made up of amino acids, so you absolutely don't need it if you have protein. However, for faster recovery, if you're more frequent in the gym, it does help to have BCAAs. For example, in this you're going to get about 6.7 grams with the protein, and this is a further few grams. So I've got here that it's going to be 10.7 grams if you have a small scoop of BCAAs with your protein. You're going to get about 10.7 grams of BCAAs altogether. But again, you don't actually need this. If you're just starting out, I'd recommend just the protein. Okay, next up we have creatine. I've lost it. Creatine, here we go. Okay, so creatine is a substance that is made inside the muscles, and essentially what it does is provides muscular energy. This is different to ATP, but it provides energy in the muscles for example, big lifts or something. So this is why bodybuilders and other people that go to the gym take creatine, because it just provides an extra, boost of energy and power for like a heavy lifting day. We already make it in our muscles, so you don't actually need it again, but it can just add, it can top it off. This is actually one of the most understated products on the market, so I definitely recommend. What this also does is it also aids in the recovery. Okay, lastly for the powders, I think we have pre-workout. Now, pre-workout, there's a lot of stigma over pre-workout. People think it's the best thing, or at least people that go to the gym often rave about it, saying it's like, this super serum that's gonna get you through and stuff, and it can be useful. I don't really take it that often. I only take it occasionally if I'm going for like a PR on that day or something, just to give me that extra boost. It's essentially just like a glorified energy drink. It just has a load of caffeine, which is just going to give you loads of energy for the session. The only problem with this is you can become very dependent on it and feel very fatigued and not very lethargic if you don't take it before, if you've become reliant on it. And also, if you keep taking it for a long period of time, your body will eventually get used to the energy that you're giving it, and then it will require more. So then you go from a scoop to a scoop and a half, and then after that you've got used to that, then you're going to go from a scoop and a half to 2 scoops, and then eventually you're just not going to feel anything. After that, it's just downhill. So I wouldn't really recommend taking this on like a long, as like every day, every time you go to the gym, as a long period thing. I would take it, on a day where you're really not feeling it. You really want, you want to go to the gym, but you're not feeling it. Don't have the energy, just to give you that extra little boost. And it can help. And also, if you're going for a big lift, I would definitely use this on that day. But again, if you're starting out, protein's all you need. You really don't need this either. Okay, and then we have our tablet form. We have Alpha Men omega-3 and zinc or magnesium as well often comes with this. These are like vitamins and minerals. Essential omega is found in like fish products. So you've got your salmon, your tuna, your cod, and they're fish oils. However, we often don't get enough fish each week, each day, so these handy little things come in to supplement the diet to help it out. These aren't a replacement for fish in any way. These are just to help because we don't often get the levels that we need. Alpha Men is basically just a multivitamin but designed for men, based on the things that we need more than women do. And then zinc or magnesium is to help your immune health, to build up that. So again, these aren't really like supplements for muscle building or the powders that you've seen me describe. These are more just for your internal body, keeping a homeostasis, immune health, that kind of thing. Okay, that is the explaining what these supplements are. Okay, so I've been buying from them for quite a few years now. I've dabbled into other protein brands, but I've always come back to to MyProtein because they've always been very consistent and had just generally good stuff. With the whey protein, I always go for smooth chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. I like rotate between those 3. I've always found those 3 nice with milk and actually without milk as well. So it's always very smooth. You get 25 grams of protein for a 30-gram scoop. I can't advocate for the other flavors because I've not had them, but yeah, the whey protein is definitely great. Okay, the casein. Casein is pretty much the same as these. It's just a little bit thicker, but it's still great, still fine. I get vanilla with this. We've got pre-workout. Pre-workout is always a very strong, sour, really like lemon in your mouth trying to drink it. So if you're in it for the nice taste, you're probably not going to get it with this. This one is orange and mango and passion fruit. I've had lots of different flavors with this one, and they all, they taste slightly different, but they're all they give the same, that kind of face. So it's up to you with taste. However, it definitely works. You definitely get the rush that you want before the session starts. You take it, and it takes about 20 minutes, to kick in. 20 minutes, half an hour. Okay, so we've got superfood blend. I take this each morning. It's just like a green powder. It's a small 5-gram scoop. It just helps with, obviously, people don't often get their fruit and veg intake that they should a day. me included. It isn't instead of that. This is just to, like, you know, help it not be as detrimental to your health when you don't get those things, and you definitely should still be eating those, but this is just to, you know, like aid that. So it's got loads of healthy stuff in it, you know, spinach, kale, whatever you want, all that stuff. We've got vegan protein blend. This is strawberry flavored. The problem with vegan protein of any kind from any place is that it's often quite bitty, so it's hard to get like a vegan protein like as good as whey protein, because obviously it's not from cow's milk. It is quite good. This is the first time I've bought vegan protein. The only reason is because I'm going vegan once a week, because my girlfriend's kind of introduced me to it a little bit. Yeah, obviously strawberry. It tastes okay. You know, I wouldn't rave about it, but it's not disgusting. I don't want to spit it out either. So just a little bit bitty, a bit grainy in the mouth. But again, I think it's primarily pea protein. It's a blend. Recommend that. I don't know about the other flavors. But with this, you get a 22 grams of protein per 30 gram scoop, as opposed to 25 grams of protein per 30 gram scoop. So it's not massively different. It's still pretty good. Then we have our clear whey isolate. So this is a relatively new product from MyProtein. It's essentially the same as the whey protein, however it's a lot more refined, the protein itself, the powder. So when you put it in and mix it together, it's essentially like in America what a Kool-Aid would be, or in the UK what a squash would be. So it doesn't taste, you know, like almost like a milkshake, which a lot of protein shakes do. It tastes a lot more watery, just like juice really. This one I got cranberry and raspberry. It's quite nice. The first time I drank it, it had I mean, it's always a little bit different. It has a little bit of a kind of a soury taste towards the end. The more days I've drank it, you get used to it, and actually I don't mind it now. So I would recommend this one. This is the first one I've had, so I don't know about the other flavors. We've got BCAA powder, tropical. My recommendation is to get unflavored and just add it to your protein shake. I usually do that. I bought tropical this time. I want to try something a little bit different, and it's super sour. Not sour as in the tropical flavor is sour, but like the powder itself, like regardless of what flavor you get, not fun to swallow. It gives a little bit of like a sticky feeling. So I would definitely just add it to your protein shake with it unflavored, which is what I also do with my creatine as well. I've got unflavored here. Just add it to your protein shake. Then you don't have to hassle with like making another shake or finding a flavor you don't like. Just add it to that. You're fine with that. It's the same. It's powder. It's not grainy. It's fine. Obviously the tablets, they're just tablets. I think that is everything. Guys, I've talked about everything. I hope this has really helped you guys. I wasn't sure what to make a video on, but this seemed like a really good option. Whether you knew or didn't know already, hopefully it's given you a little bit more insight into what it does in the body, all these supplements, and whether you need them. Again, just to recap, you don't need any of these. You can happily go to the gym or whatever you want to do and get by and build muscle and whatever without any of these. These are just like the extra 5-10% just to help your journey towards your fitness goals. MyProtein, I would definitely recommend. I also have some protein bars upstairs, which are like 20 grams of protein per bar. But again, like I wouldn't necessarily recommend those ones. I mean, most protein bars are going to taste of like the grainy protein no matter what, except maybe grenade bars. I would probably recommend those. I hope these really helped you. If you're looking for protein brands, MyProtein is good. Or you can head to EnoSups and you can get 20% off by using the code Joel20 as well. So that's another great brand. I'll probably do another video explaining their kind of stuff. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Do leave a like and comment below if you have any other ideas of things you want me to cover, review, do videos on. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.